Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be teaching you guys the best way to get every single resource, and now that the hard maps are out, I'm also going to show you how to get every single hard map resource as well. I'm sorry this video took me so long to get out there, but I just had to make sure it's good, and I don't know, it just took me a while. It took me a lot longer than I thought it would take. So starting off with corn, you're going to see these weeds sticking out the ground. And if you just come and hit them with a scythe, you'll get corn and fiber, which is pretty good. You can, if you didn't know, you can turn the corn back into water, or you can just drink it. It's just like cactus on this map. So the next one is mushroom, and how you get mushroom is just by smacking these mushroom thingies. And you can also jump and get the sulfur gas for a little bit extra sulfur, not much though. And the reason why you want the mushrooms is because you can turn them into earth wax, and you can also turn Rupu Vine into earth wax as well. So Rupu Vine is really good because it's used for a lot of different things, such as harpoon bolts, which you're going to be using to farm fragments. How you get Rupu Vine is if you come up top here, and if you come to the Rupu camps and just smack the vines on the Rupu camps, you'll get them. I use a scythe. So next one's beeswax, and you're gonna find these little white cocoons in these trees, and if you come and just harvest them with your hand, you'll get some beeswax. You'll hear them buzzing usually, which you can also turn the beeswax into earthwax. Every 5 beeswax is 1 earthwax, and then you can also turn palm fronds back into earthwax as well. Every 15 palm fronds is 1 earthwax. So how you get palm fronds is you just go to the desert and harvest the palm frond trees with the weird looking, with the palm leaves on top of them. It's pretty easy. Or you could just mine the earthwax through the ground on the black clay. And if you don't have any of those tools, you can also just get it straight from rocks. It's pretty simple. There's lots of different ways to get earthwax. The next one's worm silk. And worm silk is pretty rare, and you have to pick it by hand. As you can see, I was trying multiple resources or multiple tools to go grab it, and yeah, you only get one, and they're pretty hard to find, so I definitely hold on to them. I don't really know what they're used for yet. So the next one's bone splinters. If you come to the center of the map, on the hard maps, you're gonna find bone splinters, loads of them, a lot more than you would on the medium maps, and it's pretty sick. You can get tons more, and it makes it way easier. So you can actually turn those bone splinters back into bone glue, which is pretty good because you can use it for nomadic cloth. And so you can see nomadic cloth is 50 cattail on 1 bone glue. And how you get cattail is if you go to the hard maps and go to the lakes. You can also get in the medium map lakes, but going to the hard maps lakes is just so much better. As you can see, there's literally thousands. So, and then the next way to get nomad cloth is also with cotton and earthwax. And you can find cotton and, the cotton bushes that are just laying around. They look like this, they're just white. Pretty simple, pretty easy. They're not hard to find, but they're not plentiful. Alright, wood shafts. Wood shafts you can make in the woodworking station, and they're used for a lot of different things. They're used for most tools require them, so I'd definitely recommend to get them or learn them. Or you can just get wood shafts by killing rupus. As you can see, I got 1 wood shaft off of that, so that's pretty good. And you can also make, in the fiber working stations, you can make tons of stuff. You can make fiber weaves, which are also used for a bunch of different things, which is just fiber and wood. It's pretty simple, pretty easy to get. The next one's going to be rope, which is just fiber and Rupu Vine. Another way to make rope is just cattail, but I didn't show that recipe. So starting off with, moving on to clay. If you come to these clay spots, the ground, I guess you can say, and put excavators down is how you get clay. You just put some ash in there. As you can see, every 10 ash it gives you 1 clay, but you also have to put torque in it as well, so it's kind of a pain. There's a way to get mass amounts of ash, and a way to get mass amounts of torque is just putting a bunch of torque windmills up, pretty simple, or just having stacked the module. Yeah, so as you can see, I'm starting to make clay. It's really easy. You just come here and put ash in the excavator. So here's how you farm mass amounts of ash, just like the cattail. You just take a scythe to the burn zone in the hard maps, and you can also whack down the trees and they'll give you ash, so that's pretty good. The trees also give you charcoal. The burnt trees give you charcoal as well, unlike the bushes, as you can see here. See, burnt bushes aren't giving me any charcoal, but the burnt trees were giving me charcoal. So yeah, just a little quick note, quick and easy. But that's definitely a good way to farm massive amounts of ash, so that way you can farm massive amounts of clay. So you might be wondering why I need clay. Well, clay can actually turn into ceramic shards, which is used for a lot of the next tier weapons in this game. So once it gets, so you put clay and some sort of fuel in the furnace, and once you get past the yellow line, just like tablets, you'll start making some clay, or you'll start making shards. I'm sorry. There's actually 4 different types of fuel for the furnace. There's wood, charcoal, Rupu gel, and liquid fuel. I'd pretty much use anything but wood. Rupu gel, I think, is the best, and then liquid fuel is pretty good too. Charcoal's like the second worst. It's just what I had on me. And another way to get ceramic shards is by killing these Rupu gel or yellow Rupus. They'll usually drop like 1 shard, but the problem is these guys are a little bit beefier and harder to kill. It's really not that hard to kill, honestly. They're just Rupus, but they are a little bit beefier. And as you can see, I also got wood shaft from that as well. So going back to making tablets, you just put 1,000 torque into the ancient crafting site and 400 fragments, and you should get anywhere from 4 to 6 tablets through the ancient crafting site. And how you actually get fragments is there's multiple different ways. You can use burn boxes, just like I'm doing here, and you can go and collect that white thing up top there, which will give you fragments, or you can loot Rupu camps. You can also do pull crates, which if you shoot them with a remote ballista or just a ballista in general and a harpoon and pull them up against friction, you'll unlock the crate. If you're doing a solo, I highly recommend using a remote ballista like how I'm doing right here, because it just makes it way easier. So yeah, as you can see, that's a quick like 50 fragments. And then moving on to sulfur, you'll see these orange like rocks in the swamp and the hard maps. I'm not sure if they're in the medium maps as well. I don't know if I missed them, but if you just hit them with the pickaxe, you should get some sulfur. Alright, so moving on to glass. Early game glass you're gonna find in hard map Rupu urns. You also can craft glass in the advanced furnaces, but it's 2 sand and it's 30. I think it's 25 tablets to learn, so it's kind of hard. So moving on to the Niberian mineral. It's just up here on the mountains, and you just come hit it with a pick. It's pretty simple. They have like this weird little green thing at the bottom of them, green goo. They're pretty easy to notice. Alright, moving on to lava poppy. If you come and take a scythe on lava poppy and just start swinging, you'll get a bunch. They're pretty easy to get, honestly. Kind of hard to find, but not really. So I don't know what happened with my resolution here on these apple trees, but next to these clay spots you're gonna find these apple trees. So as you can see, like, I don't know what happened to my screen, but there's gonna be apples in these trees, and as you can see, I got an apple. Pretty simple, which you can convert to water in the stomping machine. And then the next one's gonna be blood turnips, and you can't harvest blood turnips with a scythe. I don't know if you can harvest what's called apples with like a scythe or something. I didn't try, but you have to pick blood turnips by hand, kind of like the beeswax and the worm silk. So yeah, it's just pretty interesting. So the next one's gonna be hide. If you come here and kill these little purple rats, or pink wraps, not purple, I'm sorry, you should just get it hide. And if you take an advanced hatchet, this is what my clanmate said, if you take an advanced hatchet and hatch it down the redwood trees, you should get some redwood. I didn't have an advanced hatchet there, so the next one's going to be chitin. And if you just jump on top of these snares, it's just the easiest way to kill them, and just do like the top attack. You should kill them pretty fast, and they can't hit you when you're doing this, so it's very effective. These guys will give you chitin if you use a pickaxe, and I think if you use a hatchet, they'll give you hide. You can also get chitin by killing the what's it called? The big crab. You'll get like 400 to 300, I think. So moving on to obsidian, how you get obsidian is you have to learn the hose, and you also have to build the hose. And you build the hose next to these lava pits, and you'll just hose the lava pits with water, and it should harden the lava and turn it to obsidian that you can go mine. And don't worry about stepping on the lava, it won't hurt you or damage you. And so yeah, that's how you get obsidian. So moving on to iron. Iron's actually not in the game yet. it really isn't, because you need quarries to go get them, but you need iron ore to go get quarries. And so far the only way to get iron ore is by rupus. That's what I saw on Reddit. That's the only way I've ever seen actually somebody get iron ore. But they say they're adding these meteors that are gonna drop iron ore in the next patch, or like in one of the next patches. So yeah. Sorry about the obsidian clip and how I actually didn't show like the melting of obsidian, but I didn't have it learned, and I just came across one of my clanmates who had it, and we were in a totally different zone, so I just decided not to bug them. If that bothers you, I'm sorry. But if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe. If you want more content just like this one, I mean, obviously hit the subscribe bell or the subscribe button, so that way you get notified. It would also really help me out if you do so. My next video is probably going to be about the quality system and how that works. So if you're interested in that, like obviously, like hit the notification bell so that you see when that comes out. I'll try to drop it tomorrow, but I honestly don't know how long this is going to take. And yeah. So see you guys in the next one, and thank you for watching.